Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Playoff Football Preview with Joe and Mike. I am Mike.
And I'm Joe. And we're going to make our picks for this week's conference championship matchups.
And on the very first one, we're going to touch on the AFC Championship game. Cincinnati Bengals versus Kansas City Chiefs. Postseason football game that I've ever seen with my own eyes. And I'm just still recovering from it because we both have the Buffalo Bills. And how in the hell the number one defense with 13 seconds left to go? I still can't believe that. I don't know if you could explain to me better, Joe, because I really don't get it.
Right. Yeah, it was crazy. That's one of the craziest games I've seen in a while. But I kind of agree. Like, I don't see how the defense just, lay down at the end. Like I know that that they were both going at it, but it seemed like they could just do whatever they wanted to. Like whatever play they went for, they just made it, And on both sides of the ball, but with the Bills defense, you wouldn't expect that they would be able to, just run them like that at the end. But yeah, that was crazy. That was definitely crazy. So for that game, I'm gonna go with the Bengals though. I'm gonna go against the Pat Mahomes and I'm gonna pick the Bengals this week. I think Joe Burrow's on a roll and I'm getting behind him.
That's a bold pick. I like it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I would love to see something different, like the Bengals versus 49ers at the Super Bowl. I would love to see something different because you and I, we both know that sports can be very predictable at times. Even though in football lately, it's been, here and there. But after what I just saw this past Sunday, the Chiefs is proving to all of us that they're still a team to beat. So I have to go with the Chiefs on this one. The only way that the Bengals will have a shot of beating them if it's Joe Burrow goes off. Because if you notice in the games against the Raiders and then against the Titans, it was mostly field goals than touchdowns that the Bengals did on the offense. So I feel that in order to beat Kansas City, you have one. Because the Bengals offensive linemen, I'm just not sold on them. But as you can see, this postseason, everything has been completely the opposite in every way, shape, or form. So I won't be mad if the Bengals win because, again, it's someone different, a new team, new flavor that's progressing. And Joe Burrow is proving that he is that guy. So he's going to have to prove it against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs.
They already beat him in the season. They towards the end, actually, they beat them pretty one-sidedly.
Yeah, regular season and postseason are two different things.
I get it.
I hear what you're saying, but like I said, I wouldn't be mad at all if the Bengals win. To be honest with you, deep down inside, I really want them to win. But if I had to pick, if there's money involved, I gotta go with the Chiefs. I just had to.
All right. Nice.
But now let's go to the one that I'm looking forward to watching, the NFC Championship game. San Francisco 49ers versus the Los Angeles Rams. And you and I, we both know these two teams faced off in Week 18. San Francisco came back and beat them on the road. And here we are once again in Los Angeles for the NFC Championship game. Yes, so who do you have for that one?
Well, something to think about. I certainly didn't expect San Francisco to beat Green Bay against Aaron Rodgers in Lambeau Field. That's kind of a bit of a shock to me. So, and although I feel like, that San Francisco, has surprised some people. They beat the Cowboys, then they beat the Packers, both at home. And so now they go to Los Angeles and they have to try to play the Rams at home. But they're in the same division. The Rams won that division, and I believe that they're going to come out on top of this game over the 49ers.
Man, this is so tough. I like Jimmy Garoppolo. which version you're gonna get from him on any given day. And I don't know, but I look at the 49ers and they're just a team that they're getting hot at the right time. No disrespect to the Rams. We know what their defense can do. That team is loaded. I feel like the Rams, just like the Tampa Bay Bucks, were equally loaded. The difference is that the quarterback position, who was gonna, come out on top, and Matthew Stafford, he stepped up to the plate. Tom Brady, obviously, even though he has guys missing like Chris Godwin and Antonio Brown, but I won't make any excuse for him because it's Tom Brady we're talking about. This guy can play with a high school team and he'll take them to the Super Bowl.
Right.
So I just feel that the Rams were more prepared defensively. The game should have ended on a blowout if it wasn't for those silly turnovers that the Rams committed. It feels like they just got scared when the moments got tight, but thankfully and luckily they were able to escape and come away with a victory. But in this game, I see the way how the 49ers are playing. I just got to go with them in this game. Yeah. But I feel like that it will be another shootout, another tight game, like the way it was on Week 18. And what's interesting about this is that Sean McVay and Kyle Shanahan, they were both part of the coaching staff with the Washington Redskins in 2013. So to see these guys, now are clashing in the NFC Championship game, and Sean McVay, he's 0-for-6 against Shanahan in the last 3 years. Anyone could say that he's due for a win because he just keeps losing to him.
Yep. So
my question to you is, do you think this is the biggest game of Sean McVay's career?
He's been to the Super Bowl. I think that, he's maybe had bigger games, but this is certainly a big one, right? This is one of the biggest for sure. And it's a division game. The 49ers are hot. Like you said, they're kind of hot right now in the right time of the year. But I like Sean McVay, and maybe he has a lot to prove still, especially with Matt Stafford. This seemed to be like a go for it all year, all or nothing kind of thing. So I think he's feeling the pressure for sure.
All right, but man, I can't wait till this Sunday. Is gonna be fun. And here's something that will catch you guys off guard, and I'm gonna share this with Joe for the first time. There's something that we didn't do for the wild card weekend for the divisional round, but I have a great feeling that we should aim it for the conference championship games because it's only 2 games, and that is that either Sunday night or Monday night we should talk about the aftermath of these games.
Nice.
Because that's it. These are the last 2 games before the Super Bowl. So I feel that in a way is imperial for us to touch on it after the game.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, man. All right.
Awesome.
So guys, there you have it. Those are our picks for this Sunday's AFC and NFC championship game. And stay tuned for more content from us.
We'll see you next week, guys.